It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Very good morning. Thank you so much for tuning in as we kickstart the weekend a little bit early. And what a weekend we have ahead of us on the sporting front. It's especially special for golfing fans as the 41st edition of the Ryder Cup takes place. So over the next 3 days, the best in golf that Europe and America have to offer will battle it out for the trophy and, of course, the bragging rights. Now, to give us her expert opinion on who to look out for on the course this weekend, South African golfing legend Sally Little is here in studio. Sally, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Very, very good to be here, Graham.
We get excited, and I seldom get this excited about golf. But the Ryder Cup has something special about it. What is it about this competition that captures the imagination, do you think?
Well, first of all, it's a completely different competition to our regular medal play, as professionals play every week. And this is totally a team event, a totally different strategy. And most of us don't play team events that often. So it brings in the human element. You know, you're playing for your country, you're playing for a teammate and for your captain. So the psyche is so different, and you're going to see it this week.
41 editions of 40 have come before us. You can now understand the rivalry. Who has had the ascendancy? Why are Europe so bold now in the way that the smack talk, I'm going to call it, going into this weekend?
Well, it took them a long time to get there, Graham. I mean, the Americans won out of 27 events, they won 23 back in the day. But the difference is the Europeans play, I think, a lot more on emotion, and the Americans tend to be very strategic. And it's interesting for me to see who they chose as their captain this year, Davis Love. Davis Love is very strategic, has played on the Ryder Cup before, has been a captain before, but he plays with and is a very emotional kind of guy. Yeah. So I think Davis will play a very big part in his team this year, and he'll drive home the emotion of the great king, Arnold Palmer, and for American players to play for the king. Oh. And that's going to make a big difference, because that's what the Europeans have done with the likes of Severiano Ballesteros. The players played for Sevi, not only as a captain and also in his death. So there's that emotion, and hopefully you're going to see this brought out by the American players, with them bringing on Tiger Woods this year.
I was going to ask, what is the relevance of this? We know Tiger might not necessarily be at the top of his game, but he must possess one of the greatest golfing minds, surely, of his generation. What sort of impact do you think he's going to have?
I think it's twofold. Davis was very, very clever in bringing Tiger on. Number one, Tiger with his experience. Not great in match play, but he comes with an enormous firepower. Yeah. Not only to his teammates, to the young teammates on that team.
A superstar, yeah.
But also to bring out the emotion in the crowd. When he walks out there, the crowd goes wild. And understand, Hazeltine this week will probably draw 200,000 people that week to that event with that emotion. So Tiger, to me, is a huge
talisman,
a huge credit to have on board. And being twofold, I think Davis really, we all miss Tiger. Yeah. Tiger has been golf for our generation, and hopefully this will stir something in Tiger and start those creative juices. Those creative juices starting again for him, because it's not over for him, and we need him back. So bring him on, and hopefully the US, you know, I see a US win this week.
I'm certainly getting a sense of that. What do you make of Hazeltine as a course? What are the golfers going to be put through out there?
Hazeltine, I've been fortunate enough to have played in the Women's Open many years ago. Hazeltine National Golf Club is the canon of American golf events. Sure. Hazeltine has experienced and has had many majors on it, and it's one of the three that have had majors and have come back to majors. The likes of Augusta has the Masters, and only one other golf course, Pinehurst #2, has had the same kind of resume as Hazeltine National Golf Club.
So there is gravitas attached to the Ryder Cup this year. So I'm gonna ask you to just state categorically you think it's going the way of the US.
I do. Just they've had a very poor time of not winning in the Ryder Cup, and I think they've changed their strategy. So let's see what happens. I mean, I do pull for Europe. It could be in South African, but I feel that it's going to be in their court this year to change it up.
Oh, wonderful stuff. Thank you so much for letting us plug into your golfing mind. And of course, you've got a brand new book out at the moment, allowing all of us to do just that. What's it called? Where can we get it?
The book's called Capturing the Fire. And for me, coming back to South Africa, I was approached to do my book in the US, my biography, but never felt comfortable because I didn't think there would be a writer who could really capture a South African's mentality.
Yeah.
So coming back here, I was approached by a company called Unimedia Pro, and the owner is a chap by the name of Darren Mitter. And Darren has 4 daughters, and he said, it's ridiculous, Sally, that you have had this amazing experience internationally, and your story needs to be told. So here it is. It's been launched on Monday. We're having a big evening at the Table Bay Hotel right here in Cape Town to launch it. So I'm excited, and hopefully the Capturing the Fire, hopefully it helps youngsters to understand to continue to always dream and live their dreams and don't stop.
Oh, I love that. The perfect note to wrap up on. You've helped me capture the fire this morning, Sally. Thank you so much for joining us, and enjoy the weekend's golfing action. I think it's going to be a mouthwatering lineup.
South Africans, you got to watch this. It's going to be amazing.
Absolutely love it. Well, let's get back into our news headlines. Leanne is standing by.